visa officer asked and how did you answer the question? What question the visa officer asked and how did you answer the question?
All right. When I went there, the first thing I said, "Good morning." She said, "Good morning. May I have your I-20, please?" I said, "Good morning. Yeah, here it is." And then she asked me what I have done my bachelor's in. I tell her that I did my bachelor's in commerce from Ernie University. She was fine with it. Then she asked me which university have you chosen. I said I have chosen Bay Atlantic University for masters in business administration. And then she asked, but there were other universities also. Why you choose this university? Uh, as stereotype answer, I replied the course.
What did you answer? What did you answer? I want to hear that.
I answered the course and curriculum of this university is specifically dedicated for globalization and modern business strategies. And plus, I have talked with former students of this university and they highly recommended this university.
Okay, what more question asked?
And then she asked, from where you getting the funds from?
Hmm.
And I replied, my we have a 3-star restaurant as a family business, and that's where I'm getting funds from.
Hmm.
And then she looked down and she passed me 214B later and she said, I'm currently refusing your visa.
Okay, so why do you think your visa was rejected?
I think that's on the question of why this university, I fumbled a bit. And other thing is, I should have answered better when she asked about funds.
Okay. Did anybody provided you visa counseling? Did anybody explain you what is US visa, how to prepare for the US visa?
Mm-hmm.
Did you take any counseling service from anybody?
Yes, but only thing they helped is filing the application and getting the I-20 for filling up DS letter. They never uh, helped me on a practice about how to answer, how should I perform myself there.
Okay. Okay. So understand, Sachin, one thing. Okay. The purpose of the visa interview is to know you.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's a doubt in the visa officer's mind. What is the doubt? Whether you are a genuine student, whether you have sufficient funds, whether you are going to study in US, whether you are going to stay there or you are going to come back. And there are many other doubts. Okay. Your your job is to basically go to the visa interview and clear those doubts. So the responsibility of clearing the doubts is on you. So the visa officer is going to ask you questions. Also understand it, the interview is all about selling, any interview, right? So you should have your selling points. What are the main points of your profile that you would like to tell, which convinces the visa officer that you are a genuine student, your intention to study, that you are going to basically, you have sufficient funds and then you are going to come back, right? Clear about it? So when the visa officer asks you, okay, which university, okay, or the basically, what did you answer? Tell me again.
Uh, Actually, I made it up. It was a stereotype. I answered the course and curriculum of this university is specifically dedicated for globalization and modern business strategies. And and other thing is that I have asked the former students of this university, and they highly recommended this university.
Okay. So you yourself said it is stereotype.
Yeah.
Okay. The purpose of the interview is to basically know you, right? So you should be specific. You should tell about yourself. Now tell me what are your selling points? How what for example in your bachelor's you have got how what percentage you mentioned?
65.
65%, right? How many siblings you have?
Actually, I have one sibling. My sister is in the United States, and she is doing her masters in data science.
Okay, so you have mentioned this in your DS 160?
Yes.
Okay. So you have a sister and you're the only son. What does your father do?
My father is a divisional railway manager.
Okay. So now, I'm just giving you an answer. Why US? Okay. I don't know much of your profile, but I will say basically, um, okay, I have done my bachelor's in commerce and I have got first class. Okay. I have got first class. I am interested in basically management subjects and I want to go more. I understand the importance of international exposure and international experience at this point of time because I've done my complete education in India. And I feel that basically USA is one of the most leading country providing quality education. Okay. I've also done good correspondence with Professor X of this university on the course content and course facility. I found it to my liking. Okay. Further, basically, I have also basically discussed with the alumni of the students, and they have also recommended me about the university. I have received good feedback about the university. For all these reasons, I have selected the university. Okay. Now, how is your answer different from my answer? I am saying I have done bachelor's in commerce. I have got first class. By saying bachelor's in commerce, what I'm telling, I'm talking about telling about myself. When I say I've got first class, what am I telling? I'm trying to sell myself, saying that I'm a good student. Okay. Then basically, what I'm also trying to connect that my commerce is related to business. So I say basically I'm interested in management, and therefore I wish to pursue MBA. I have done my entire education in India. I'm looking for international exposure and international experience. Okay. And I find USA to be a leading country providing quality education. The degree is well known. I've also corresponded with Professor S. What am I telling? I'm telling that actually basically it's not only about just going. I've also done some research. So that proves that I'm a genuine student. Okay. On the course content and the course facilities. I've also basically corresponded with a few of the alumni and they have given me positive feedback. For all these reasons, or if you have some other selling points, I don't know your profile. So every profile has some selling points. So you have to understand what is your selling point, and that selling point should be your answer. Now, once you have that in your answer, the visa officer will be convinced that you are a good student. But you have not answered any of this. For example, the question was for where are you getting your funds from? Okay, and you said basically that answer this question from where are you getting this funds from?
Uh, my family has 3-star restaurant, and that's where I'm getting funds from.
Okay, that is not the answer.
Yeah.
First, how will you answer that?
Pardon me?
How will you answer that?
I think I supposed to say my parents are funding me. They are my sponsor, and they are giving me funds from their fixed deposit. I think that's how I should say.
So your answer should be right. You should say my parents are my sponsor. I have a bank balance of let's say 60 lakhs. I have investment of another 1 crore or basically 70 lakhs. And you know, my family owns a restaurant, five-star restaurant, and we have been running this business from last 20 years, and that's why we are getting this major funds. Now, what am I telling the visa office? Now, understand you are selling yourself. When you are selling yourself, if you are not going to speak much, then you are not actually selling. You are just answering the question. If I ask you, what's your name? You will say, my name is Shashin Patel. Now, that is just answering the question. If you have to sell yourself, you may talk more about yourself that I have done this, I have done this, I have done this. You will take this as an opportunity because the visa officer interviews hardly for 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So he's not going to ask you 10 questions or 15 questions. He may ask you 3 to 4 questions or maybe less than that sometimes. So in that, you have to sell yourself. If you are not able to sell yourself in those 3 to 4 questions, you are losing the opportunity to convince the visa officer that you are a genuine student, that your intention is to study, that you have sufficient funds, and that you are going to come back. Am I making sense to you?
Yeah.
So you have not done anything to sell yourself. So that's why the visa officer rejected you. Now the visa officer is not going to tell, please sell yourself. The visa officer is not going to tell that. The
Yeah.
visa officer is not going to ask you a question. The responsibility is on you to sell yourself. So if you are not selling yourself, then you are not doing the job. Am I clear?
You are, yeah, sir.